Thank you, sir. How you doing, Cajun?
Oh, goodness gracious.
Right? I think everybody's dealing with that
Yeah,
storm
what's
moving
going on?
right now. What's up, dude?
I do not know how to do that.
Click on your picture. It'll bring up the options to bring up your camera.
Yeah, I got that on. I was looking for a background.
Oh, I got
Watch
you.
him in there, lady. You gotta find the green screen.
Yeah, there she blows.
There she is.
Oh, shit, my bad, Pickles. I didn't even see you, bro.
Oh, I guess I should join the party. Here we go. Oh, somebody's
only-
at work pulling double duty, are we?
You're good.
The
I'm always
heart
pulling
me
double
helps. It helps build your community.
Yeah, you got 2 Floridians down there that don't have to deal with all this bullshit weather.
duty. Man, thank God for that too. I'm here to tell you. Yeah, they're telling us it's going to get quote cold.
Oh, I don't even want to hear it.
I know, man. I can't even say that to
Thank
you
you,
out
big
loud.
lady.
I can't say that to you with a straight face.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, it's going to be cold. Yeah, cold for Florida. It is like 8 degree here.
Well, I don't know. I'm supposed to play golf. I got men's league on Tuesday morning, and they say it's gonna be 42. So
What's up,
Wow.
house?
yeah, like I said, Steve, I cannot with a clear conscience say that without laughing. Honestly, I can't because you guys are going through it up there, man.
I was to say, on Tuesday we'll probably still have a foot of snow on the ground.
I was good. Yeah, man. I do not envy it. I feel bad for it for sure. I do.
But I did.
Me and Pickles will be thinking about you.
Well, and that was the thing is I did reach out to a couple of
So cold.
Yeah. Take a picture
our
of your
swag
shorts
buddies
there,
down
Pickles.
in Texas.
Yeah.
They're hunkered down. Trey was complaining that it was 19. I was like, dude, it is 3 here.
Bro, it was 80 degrees today.
And you catch wind chill on top of that? Yeah, I was gonna say here we were 80, 81, I think.
Yeah. It was
Not walking
like
around.
81 today. Yeah. I was like,
Yeah.
oh man, it's so tough.
Yeah. Oh, I feel so bad for us. I feel terrible.
But I will tell you what, though, I will take all the snow in the world over what they're getting in Texas with the freaking ice.
They're
Yeah.
they're getting hammered
to
with
your
that.
80 degrees.
They're getting hammered with that ice. Yeah, I don't blame you. I'll take that. I'll take that while I'm wearing my shorts and my shirt.
Right?
Love y'all, but fuck you and your 80 degrees.
Okay, that's my cameo for the night.
Yep.
Hey, Texas, there ain't too many people built for that shit. I'm here to tell you.
No.
That's a normal
No.
day in Ohio, though. It will be
Yeah,
80
well-
then 10 degrees by evening.
I tell you, I've been up in the Ohio area during the winter months for training a few times, and yeah, and we were all standing around. And all of us from outside the state were just standing around, going, "I can't believe you guys are even moving around in this crap. This is ridiculous."
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And you want to talk about like people in like Nashville, Louisville, who are just getting hammered by ice right now, man. It's nuts.
We sent. I saw this morning on the news actually before I was heading out of the house for work that we sent like 200 or 300 line crews up there just to be ready
Good God.
and help them, just to help North Carolina. That's crazy.
That's nuts.
No, it's not fun. I don't envy it at all. I feel bad for you guys right now.
Honestly, I'm so happy that I moved to Florida. No,
I've
I miss the Ohio people, but I don't miss the Ohio weather. Let's just put it that way.
Dillard, how you doing, buddy? I hope you're hunkered down. Holy crap.
What's up, vet?
Kaylin,
All
that's
you Florida
good.
people y'all just, show up in groups.
See, I can't say, I can't say much, man. I grew up in Southern California and then went to Vegas when I was 18 to start working at the Las Vegas Metro PD, and uh, so I've always been in warm weather.
Oh, poor Dillard. I don't think he's ever going to see the comments. Ever
Bro,
again.
why? What is his issue with the comments, bro?
I don't know, but it's comical at this point.
His phone may
It's
be as old
Yellow,
as he
that's
is.
My
power
question,
to
my
you,
question
Yellow.
to Dillard is it only our podcast or is it all the other podcasts that he watches?
It's only
He
this
said it's
live.
only this live.
Bruh. Look, I have pickle problems. I don't have that pickle problem.
You know, it's
Oh,
funny.
dude,
I can't get it to stop when I need it to. Like I was at work the other night, listening and watching and everything, and it connected to my freaking car, and I got a call, and I'm like, I'm hearing everything. I'm hearing you guys talk about stuff. I finally had to bail.
Oh, that's great.
I finally had to dip out because I was like, I'm hearing all the stuff, and I've got the call going, and I'm like, oh shit.
552. What is that background noise? Nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah. Exactly. I don't know what you're talking about. Don't worry about it. Just swag. It's a new gun. That's what it is. It's a new gun. It's a new weapon I'm trying out.
It's the super secret 6-hour R&D project.
There you go. I could probably get away with that.
Before we
week.
get too far, I want to thank you, Darkwing, for all your support, everything you've done for us across the board. You've been such a supporter of ours, and I can't thank you enough for everything you've
I
done.
appreciate it, and I appreciate you guys, man. I'm all about the sport. I'm all about
I
growing the
was
sport. You know, I'm in my mid 50s now, and you know, my sons are all grown and gone. I have a son with cerebral palsy who bowls, and I coach the Special Olympic kids, which that is more fun than I've ever had in my whole life, and an experience in itself. You know, we have a lot of on the team. My son's the only one who bowls from a wheelchair. The rest are the majority are autistic, and so each child has their own thing that we have to make sure we do. You know, every single week it has to be the exact same, and it poses its own problems. But it's so great to watch them get into the sport, and they get so hype. And a couple of our older kids, which are roughly, I shouldn't say kids, I call them kids, but they're grown. A couple of our older ones actually participated in a very large tournament last year and did quite well against what, for lack of a better term, able-bodied people, and it was phenomenal to see, and the parents get into it, and it's just great. And you guys are pumping that out there, man. The bowlers helping bowlers. I jumped on that immediately when I saw it from Steve, and I use it as all my hashtags when I'm doing anything live or anything on my thing. And I always make sure, even if you guys are in the live or not, I always try to steer people to the channel. So I really appreciate you guys inviting me tonight. That meant a lot. I appreciate that.
No, absolutely, and that's the other thing too. Is I don't know if anybody else is like WWE fans, but he's a real life Uso. He's been down since day one ish.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Honestly, I hop into anytime he's live. I try to hop into his lives, and I know how much he really is not just pushing himself, but he's pushing the Bowlers podcast, and everything that we stand for. Because at the end of the day, we are a group. Like we're not just trying to do this to stand out. We're trying to do this as a community to help other bowlers grow and move forward. You don't have to be the best bowler. You just need to be a bowler. You just need to have some content. You just need to
Amen.
put yourself out there and want to grow.
Okay, and this is bugging me. I gotta ask, Cobra, are you a Force Ghost tonight, coming from us from Canaan, or what?
No, they've
It's the
changed the
weather.
fucking settings, and I can't find the other background. It won't let me switch backgrounds.
But you're a ghost.
He's a
I
Force
mean-
Ghost. He's coming from. He's
I
coming
like
from
it.
the Canaan
I
universe.
I
of
mean,
Star
there's
Wars.
nothing wrong with it. Don't get me
The
wrong.
bowling apparition.
Or a person who haunts you, one of the two. I mean, but it shows more of my red.
I mean, it's not a problem. It's just every time you're flipping over, I look at it. I'm like, okay, I'm in Star Wars.
All right.
It's
Oh
not-
man, nice to see you, bro. You and I have gone back and forth for a long time on our stuff. I've always gotten on your channel when you're on there rolling, man. It's good to see you face to face, bro.
Good to see you too, bro. Good to see you.
Yeah,
It's been
I
a
was
minute
just
since
gonna
I've been
say.
on here.
Yeah, it has.
We got go time here.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. How about we have a little chat? It's been a little bit a long time since we talked. What was that? A couple months?
Yeah, about 3 or 4 months.
Yeah.
So
How's it going, bro?
to be honest, it's going pretty good. I mean, I'm about 5 pins from my goal for this year. I'm sitting at
Nice.
215. Still have a few things that I want to figure out as far as my releases and layouts. Still have a little bit of issues with that, but no, the guy that's my PSO, we're constantly talking back and forth. Like, what
Good.
can I do? The next ball I get, like, what can I get? Like, and I'm telling them pretty much this is what I want to see. No, you tell me the layout. We'll do the research. We'll make it work. I have a few balls that I have laying around in Leedsboro. See if that works out. But as far as the bowling goes, I mean, I think I'm doing better than what I did last year. I mean, last year I dropped like 15 pins due to the injury, and it was just like I was on my way up to 220 plus, and then I just kept falling and falling and falling and not knowing why, and then I got hurt and I was out. But no, I've been doing pretty good. I mean, no 300s, 800s yet, but a lot more 700 series than I've shot last year already. So I'm seeing the improvement. I'm liking what I'm seeing. But
Are you checking your PAP?
yeah, I have that. I've had that checked like 3 times since before we closed the bowling alley for renovations. We're about to be starting back this coming Tuesday. So I've been out of bowling for I think the last month and a half. I did.
Yeah, it's been a minute since I've seen you too.
Yeah, it's been. I've practiced up in Memphis when I went up there for vacation, but I haven't thrown the ball in like another 2.5 weeks. So I plan on going tomorrow to see what changes they made. From what I've heard, they've only changed the furniture, and I'm kind of disappointed about that because I was expecting like a wow.
Especially when they shut all the way down, right? That's
yeah.
the worst.
They
Yeah.
shut the whole thing down on base, and it was like, okay, for a month and a half, the only thing you guys changed was furniture.
Hey,
Wow.
squad.
Okay.
So you're telling me right now is the prime time to challenge you in the Steam challenge?
Oh yes, we still have about 2 hours before that time actually runs out. But yeah, join the stream page. The link is in there. Sign up, and you can challenge me. No, or up to 3 admin. You don't have to challenge 3, but you can challenge up to 3. I'm on there. I know you know Geek. Geek's on there, which he's heavily challenged. I think he has like 40, 50 people challenging him. But
All right.
he also runs. He talks a lot, so he
We're
gets.
going to be on here for probably that 2 hours, so that's probably going to pass. But put me down for you and Big Josh.
Okay, I'll do that. I got you.
Hey, what was the injury, man? I had the same issue year before last. I popped 2 tendons in the right side, my
Tendon?
ball side.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, at nationals. It happened at nationals. Unfortunately for me that year we were in Vegas that year, which is basically, that's kind of where at 18 I moved there. So I have people there, so I got lucky. I shot that to the ortho, and he injected me. I got through the tournament, and then I got through the next 4 or 5 months. They kept injecting, and then finally my ortho said, "Yeah, I can't do it. We got to fix it." So I had to
So
spend the year out too.
it's funny that you said it was in Vegas because that's actually where it started. I didn't invest in buying one of those lockers to
Oh,
put your equipment in. So I literally
yeah.
rolled my equipment from the room all the way to the bowling alley
no.
both
Spend the
days.
$5, bro.
Yeah. So from there, when I came back home and then started bowling league, I noticed my arm started hurting. And it was like that when I started bowling practice. I mean, it would go away once I warmed up, but I just ignored it. I went and got it checked out one time, and it was like, oh no, just get some rest or whatever. And it's like, okay. And then that same year, I ended up having a heart attack, so I was like out for 4 weeks, and
Wow.
then came back, was on a roll for like a month, and then everything started tanking. The pain came back in the arm, and then went to a tournament and ended up tearing my bicep.
Oh, bro.
Oh
Jesus.
man,
So it was like, and
I'm
it was in the
shocked
middle
you're
of me shooting. I
even
was
trying
like,
to hold the ball.
I think it was game 4, frame 7. I was on like 7 in a row, and I went in my backswing and I just felt pop, and I got the strike, but from there the pain just was excruciating. I finished out the tournament, but it was like, all right, I didn't
So
think
what-
nothing of it, so I was like, I'll take a couple of days off, come back Tuesday, bowl
when,
again.
when it happened, did it feel like someone threw like a rock or something at you?
Yeah, it literally
Yeah.
felt like somebody like either threw a rock at me or somebody like tapped me on my shoulder.
Yeah,
And
I mean, I had the same thing
looked.
happen. Yeah.
And it was like, what in the world? And I didn't think nothing of it. So I came back a couple days later, bowl league, and my whole upper arm was red and purple. And I was like,
Yeah.
okay.
I had the same thing happen, man. I turned around, looked at my teammate, and I thought someone threw like a baseball at me.
Yeah.
And
It's like that
I was
heavy
like,
feeling. in
yeah,
your arm that
yeah. I was
just
like, dude,
goes.
what the fuck was that?
Mhm,
And they're like, what do you mean? I was like, dude, did you throw something at me? Like,
mhm.
it literally just felt like a pop. Like,
That's exactly what it felt like.
yeah, someone like
When I
threw
popped the
something at me.
tendons
Like,
in the
pop.
wrist, when I popped the tendons in the wrist, my teammate behind me was getting ready to get on the approach, and he said he heard it.
Yeah.
And I duct taped the hell out of it, finished that night off, and then took off for the doctor. And I went quite a few months with just getting injections just to get through tournaments and things like that. I had to really, really slow down,
Yeah.
really slow down. And now, like, yeah, I have suffered rev rate wise. I've suffered in the rev rates considerably. You
And
know,
see,
I
the
went
first-
from,
For me, it's I downed my rev rate purposely so I wouldn't have
okay.
that issue. Because
that
it
was
happened.
working.
It happened when I wasn't trying to rev the ball up, so I was like, I was strange that I even hurt myself because I wasn't really trying. But I was like, you know what? When I came back, I continued on that path of having a release with less rev rate on it, where I still have a high access tilt, but my rev rate is nowhere near what it normally is, and I'm fine with that because my whole goal is to stay right anyway. And then when I need to put the rev rate in, I can at the moment I need it. But no, I'm actually okay with not having the same rev rate that I used to because I'm purposely doing it. But it was something that had to change anyway, because if I would have kept bowling that way, eventually I'll probably hurt my arm again because I put so much snap into it and it goes up the arms. I'm like, okay, I'll work on being more natural and more just letting it roll off my hand. And it's been working. It's been working. You know, I just got to get a few things dialed in. But I learned my valuable lesson is don't ignore injury. No, I ignored, and that was the problem. I could have probably prevented it had I really did some more investigating into it, because you shouldn't bowl hurt and you shouldn't have pain throwing the ball in practice, warming up every time you bowl. And that was the issue. That was the sign. It was like, hey, stupid, yeah, no, you're hurting.
Do something about it, yeah.
Do something. It's like, or you're gonna pay the
I
price.
love the
and I'm
fact
gonna
that you
pay
said,
the
hey,
price.
I totally understand that feeling all the way around, man. I get it 100%. Like for me, I had to change a lot of stuff the way I threw the ball. I had to change a lot of I was losing speed. I definitely lost frame rate. I started switching to a lot of symmetrical for a while, to try to combat that a little bit, not get as much, without as much rev rate, get a little smoother into the pocket rather than so acute. And it took a huge adjustment for me, and it still is. I'm still adjusting all the time. I mean, which is all bowling is for any of us, really. But it does definitely take a toll when you're injured.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll piggyback off of you guys. When I tore the TFCC ligament in my wrist, did it the first time. The way the bowling alley was set up was the approaches, and then there was like a walking path, and then tables. My entire team was playing cards at the tables. I was at the line when my wrist snapped, and the guys at the table heard it.
Ooh. Yeah,
But-
that sounds painful.
I did something incredibly stupid. I waited 2 weeks, and then I got a medical grade steel brace, bent it so my wrist was permanently cupped, and kept bowling.
You sound
Yeah,
like my
see-
friend Demetrius. He bowls, even though he know he's hurt. I think he's had leg injury. He had a recent leg injury, like he tore his quadricep or something in his leg where he couldn't even stand, and he will still go out to the bowling
Yeah,
alley.
he won't stop, bro. I
He won't stop.
have a couple bowling buddies that are the same way, man. They are injured, and they will not stop. Like it is.
It's hard to do, man, when you love it, and that's
Yeah.
your
Yeah,
that's your zen place. You know what I mean? Everything else is going
Yeah.
haywire. That's the one place you're like just so chill and having a good time, hanging with
Absolutely.
everybody. It's tough to walk away from, man. But
Well, and
for
the
me, I had
thing
an
is, like,
ortho.
even when they're there and they don't bowl, you can see in their face that they're so pissed off that they're not bowling.
100%.
Yeah.
Totally
So,
get it.
I mean, and I get it because I 100% am the same way. Like, I can't be in a bowling alley and not. If I'm there for league, I definitely want to bowl.
Yep.
True.
I had to stay clear. I had to watch. I had to literally stay clear for an entire year for the entire season because I was the same way. If I walked in there and I sat for any length of time, I was going to my locker and I was pulling the
Yep.
ball. Going, I just put me on the line. I'm good. I'm good. And they're like,
Yeah, right.
I had to save me from myself and just not go at all.
I,
4 months out.
I'm
without
just gonna call it a
bowling is
sickness.
Well, so I have the same issue with golf. Like if I was to ever have to go to a golf course to sit in the passenger side of the golf cart and not swing a club, yeah, no. And my wife calls herself a golf widow as it is, but if I had to do that, I might not make it back. I'll probably jump in a river with a couple of bricks on my around my neck or something because I wouldn't be able to do it.
I was say when I separated my shoulder during the middle of Sports Shot League in the summer, I finished out bowling right-handed just so I could finish bowling.
Buddy of mine did that. He actually had to establish left-handed, and it was actually quite comical. He
Yeah, I
can't
averaged
do anything
107.
left-handed.
Yeah, I
I
averaged
think he did
107
the same
right-handed
thing
on
last
a PBA Sports Shot. It was not pretty, but I finished.
That's one thing you won't catch me doing. If my right arm goes, I'll probably try to roll my foot because me left-handed don't work. I just can't get it together. So I'll just kick the ball down the lane, and hopefully that works. If not, then I'll just be sitting back coaching.
All right, so we had somebody else sneak in. He
Yes, sir.
quietly came in. So what's going on, Big Squash?
Yeah, I'm just gonna say, what's up, Squatch?
Oh, not much. Just been trying to get ready for this ice storm that's coming through down here.
Dude, you're putting in the work, man. I love the lives, man. You definitely are doing what you need to do, and I like to see the progression, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, I've been dropping in on your lives as well, Squats. Good stuff, man.
Thank you, Mo.
Yeah, we're gonna get you
How are
there.
you?
We're gonna get you there before we know it.
It's funny. I think what I figured out was the engagement side of it all. If you just throw a camera up and start bowling and all they hear is the background and they hear random things, they don't get as engaged. They don't stick around as long. I know at the end of my live, I noticed how long they've stayed. And so I do a lot of crazy shit on mine. We have a thing on our team. If you miss a single pin spare, it's called a gig, right? It's a buck in the pot. If everybody strikes and you don't, it's a buck in the pot. But I added a little twist to it. On our squad, if you miss, you have to wear a giant ass sombrero on your neck. Stop playing. You got to put the Gig'em sombrero on, right? So now I got people that jump in my live and they just can't wait for someone to have to wear it. And one of my teammates that had it last, he didn't bring it last week, and the whole live just went, "What? It's got no gingham sombrero." And so it's people talking and things like that, and now you start getting people asking questions, right? Hey, what equipment are you throwing? What's your layout? Hey, what this, what that, and it makes people want to talk more. So I put that studio mic on the table and let my guys answer questions if they come up, or if I'm on the lane, they can do all that. So I think if you get that engagement, that back and forth, and start talking to the people during it, so many more people stick around and share it and things like that. That's the important part of it all.
Yes, I agree with that 100%. That's how Lefty Nation is set up. He has a team of individuals that are his admin, his moderators, and they all, when he goes live, they all jump in with him. They reshare, repost, pin comments. They engage the audience while he's bowling, and he also answers questions too. But he averages, I think, anywhere from 2,000 to 5,000 people in his lives, just simply, once he comes on.
Just last Monday night, we were at when I signed out of the live, I had a total of 6,500 back and forth, and the longest people were staying were 15 minutes, which on a bowling live, for TikTok to push you forward like that and you be in the top 99% or whatever, for somebody to stick around for 10 or 15 minutes per live, that's I'm gonna go ahead and take that as a win right there.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So we're figuring it out, right? And I think and of course every night I'm talking about the bowlers helping bowlers. I'm directing people here. Matter of fact, Night Lady in the chat right now, she's one of my devoted. There's several that have popped in I've seen. And so once you get that core following, man, people just start they start coming, they want to see what's going on. And the more engaging you are, the more, you just don't care. Like if you're bowling like shit, it's okay to say you're bowling like shit.
Oh God, yeah.
Like, I'm sorry for y'all sticking around because this is garbage. You know what I mean?
We're all human, right? Like,
right.
Every ball can't be a strike. However, when you throw a crap ball, right, and you leave a solid split, and you pick up that split, how does that make you feel? Does that
Exactly.
does that make you feel better than that strike?
No,
right.
no.
100%. You're like,
I don't think so.
No.
I'm just saying though, like,
7-10 split.
if
No, if I pick up a
you
7-10
can
split,
recover from
maybe.
it,
7-10.
there's no better feeling than, oh yeah, I threw a bad shot. I left some garbage, but when you cover that garbage,
Cleaned it up. Yeah, for me, it's just, hey, right on, I get 2 cards.
Yeah, exactly. Every time I leave a split, I'm like, oh, 2-card opportunity. Here
Yeah,
we go.
hey,
right,
2 cards.
exactly,
That's
dude.
it, right?
And I always say, like, look, end of the day, I tell people, even when I'm in league or even if I'm in practice, always find the positives, right? Even if you throw a bad shot, look for the positives. Because if you automatically are down on yourself, you are definitely going to miss your next shot. If you look for the positives in every shot that you take and every outcome that is possible, you have a better opportunity to do better.
So what do you?
Agree with that 100%.
So what do you
I
say?
totally
Well,
agree.
at least I didn't gutter.
Right, exactly.
For me, I just go, I'm positive. That
whatever
sucks.
you need to do to tell yourself.
For
Hey,
me,
you
it's
know
more
what?
those,
On my Friday
damn,
night
I'm
league,
positive.
you go
That
to first
sucks.
ball, that's 50 cents.
Or
Yeah,
I
I mean,
You
like,
get a penalty
shot.
for that.
Whatever you need to do is fine, boo.
Oh no, it's the Aaron shot for me. It's like in that shot that comes off the one board, and you know you threw it bad, and you
Already
struck,
know.
and everybody's
Right.
like, "Oh man!" I was like, don't."
I had 2 of those today in practice.
It's like I got lucky.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I say
I
the
threw
same
the
thing. I was like, I
practice
walk away and go, oh shit, that was lucky.
Yeah, and people were like, "Wow!" And I'm like, "Bro, I was just doing one more challenge. It's cool. That's
Right.
fine.
Mhm.
Right?
No big deal."
Oh, 10 pin. Yay!
I love 10
No.
pins.
That's my response.
when you
So-
hit the one board and it strikes, You got to tell everybody, let my rectum settle down. It's puckered right now.
I'm a little clenched at the moment.
It's a puckering.
When you hit the one board and then you look at your ball speed and you're like, thank God that was slow.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank God I don't have a mic on me when I hit the one board. If you had a mic on me when I hit the one board, you would hear all types of things.
There are times I have a mic on. There are times I will have my mic on and forget about it, right? I mean, legit, I'll forget about it, and I don't realize how far away it hears me. So I was bowling in a tournament this past weekend, and as much as I hate to freaking admit it, it was a senior tournament. I still can't wrap my head around trying to qualify for that shit. but a lady fell like five or six lanes down. She took a header in the middle of the lane. And I went, typical, just being me, cop that I am. I go hauling ass down there to help and everything. I have no idea these people can hear me. I'm doing all this kind of stuff. I come back and the whole live's just going ballistic. They're like, oh my God, this, that, that. I'm like, oh shit, I forgot I had it on. I'm sorry. My bad. But they hear me. They hear me bad when I got it on. If I throw a bad ball, I'll just sit there and look at it and go, well, fuck me. That's bad.
Honestly, I wanted to ask you about that tonight. How did that go? Because I was on that live.
You were on the live that day?
Yeah,
I had no idea you were there, Pickle.
Yeah, I was on that live too. That went down.
So
how did that turn out?
It was exactly what I told them it probably was. After I checked the radio pulse. Yeah, after I checked her radio pulse and all those other things, made sure she was breathing okay and made sure nobody's going to pick her up. Because that one lady walked up and tried to pick her up.
Yeah,
and I was like, whoa, don't touch her. Please don't touch her.
And some of the people that were in the background, I could hear on the mic. And they're like,
yeah.
All right. And I no disrespect to people. However, some people need to take a chill pill.
Yeah. The two ladies behind me started arguing with each other while I'm trying to help her.
Yeah, I heard it.
And the other one tried to walk up and pick her up off the mat, off the lane, because she was halfway down to by the time she stopped going forward and fell, she was almost at the arrows.
Jesus.
And she got way down. I don't know what happened. Her husband thinks she passed
had
out.
to have blacked out.
Her husband thinks she passed out. That was his response to me while I was checking her.
Out.
I was doing the whole head to toe and everything, and then I had no idea you guys were even in there, but I had no idea everybody could hear me until I got back and I saw the chat going nuts. And I keep forgetting, I didn't realize those mics go that far. I mean, because I was a long ways away. But it turned out it was what I suspected.
It's a great mic, by the way. You should tag that mic. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'll have to. Yeah,
no shit.
Well, the funny part is that's the first time.
Maybe we'll all get promo deals out of it.
That's the first time I ever put that one on my lapel. That's the first. I just cracked that box open that morning. Literally, just got it from Amazon. And I was just like, screw it, I'll try it. And she separated her shoulder completely. I talked to her friend after we got done bowling for the night. I walked down to see how everything was going, if they had heard, and the husband had contacted them and told them that she's going to be fine. It was a pretty bad separation. They had to put it back in place. But I heard her
she
was elderly.
Move her arm. So that's kind of the.
And then when I asked her to ball her fish, she was able to do that. So then check the radial, of course. And if she's got a good radial, then obviously nothing's broke. It's just we kind of figure out what happened. Please don't touch her. Yeah. And once I realized nobody's going to touch her, I saw the RA coming in. And I saw the ambulance people already. I could hear them coming. Fortunately for us,
I heard someone yelling at somebody, basically, don't touch her. And she's like, I'm holding her hand. I'm her friend.
Her best friend was trying to hold,
and I'm like, "Oh my god!"
They were about to really get argument, and her best friend was trying to hold her hand. It was I felt so bad.
Dude, like, if they're just trying to comfort somebody, they're not moving them. Let them be. Like,
well, and that was my main thing is don't touch her because I don't know what else might be broke. I mean, I know the shoulder's probably separated, but I don't know what else. She's at an elevated age. She was in her 70s. And her husband feels that she had a blackout spell where I guess she has them regularly. So she blacked out while she was walking up, and then the ball weight carried her even further forward.
Well, especially if she was holding on to it.
Yeah, that's what I'm to understand probably happened. Just I didn't see the beginning of it. I just saw the result, so I had to go down there.
Yeah.
So yeah,
So
as soon as you said that one shoulder was hanging a little lower than the other, I was like, "Yep,
Yeah,
that's a
Yeah.
separation."
yeah, I was pretty sure of it too, but I didn't want to bake that. I'm not medical by any means. I wear a badge. I don't go out there and do the stuff they do. I got mad respect for firefighters like you wouldn't believe. Even though we're supposed to hate each other, we call them the evidence eradication team. But they they are
however, I
some of the
will
best stuff ever those guys get to do, and they got way, mad respect.
and I will commend you for what you did during that moment, because honestly, we're in a day and age that a lot of people are just onlookers. They don't want to help people. They
Everybody
want
wants to
to
get their
pull
phone
the,
out and get that shot,
yeah, they want
put
to
it
pull
on
the phone
YouTube and
out.
be,
Yeah,
it's really
exactly.
sad that way. It's sad that way, but
So
it's
I
where we
want
live,
to
right?
say thank you
Oh, I
for
appreciate it,
everything
man.
that
Really,
you
no
were
need.
doing during that moment.
Yeah, I appreciate you, but no need, man. It's just, it's just part of the nature. Like I said, I've retired once and went back because I love it so much. So I appreciate it.
But yeah, the only reason I knew is because, like I said, I had separated my left shoulder playing softball, and once she said she couldn't move her arm and the one was hanging lower, I'm like,
Yeah.
yep. I was like, I've been there, done that. The only thing was the difference between me and her was I was actively trying to get into a fight right after I separated my shoulder. I was going to beat somebody up one-handed.
Well, I don't think she was gonna do any of that anytime soon, but I was just glad that they were able to take care of her. She's everything's okay. The last I heard, so
That's good.
Well, I'm
was-
ordinarily very like mild mannered. Like I'll tell everybody that I have a very long fuse, but it's quick burning. So once you light it, it's not very
Yeah.
long before I explode. And the dude, there was a dude that was
Not
like,
the
I
dude.
dove for a ball in the outfield and I stuck. I didn't slide, so everything went up into my shoulder. And he's running his mouth while they're warming up. And, I take mental notes of the guy. I'm like, all right, pay attention to this dude. And we are beer league slow pitch softball. Let's just preface that, right?
right.
This dude, when they go out to take the field, goes out to right field. And I'm like, yep, that tells me everything I need to know about you. So I walked over to the other team. I said, hey, everybody, everything to right field. I was like, I want this dude losing 10 pounds. He's running so much.
Just running ragged, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I have to. I have learned very well over the years to curb certain things that are in my nature, and my fuse is a tad bit uh, shorter than I would prefer it to be at times. I just have to be very, very in check with myself, especially around here. It is my county. It's I represent my sheriff no matter whether I'm in uniform or I'm not. I represent the community, and I have to make sure that that representation is good for all, right? Even though I know inside what I really want to do sometimes, uh, I have to curb that, right? Which is why I golf, right? 'Cause I can cuss out there all I want, throw shit all I want if I have to or whatever. But for me, it's pro thoughts, amateur execution, right? So I do a lot. Bowling is my sanctuary. Bowling is where I decompress, right? I see the worst of people all day long. I see the worst that the society really has. I'm surrounded by it when I'm at the jail or if I'm on the road, wherever I'm at. I'm surrounded by it. And so when I'm off, I don't want the drama. I don't want the bullshit. I don't need it. I don't, I bowl with people that we've taken to jail. There's
Mhm.
people on my league on Monday nights that I see regularly that we've had, I've had to put DUI or, domestic or anything like that. And I've had a couple of them come up to me actually in the past and said, hey, I really appreciate the way you take care of things at the bowling alley here. You never bring up, you never say anything sideways. You don't look at us
Right.
differently. You don't look at me differently or anything. I said, look, man, you're a human being. You made a mistake, right? Mistakes over. I did my part. You've done your part, whatever that might be. I don't care. It's like when I'm at the jail. I don't care what somebody's in there for. I don't want to know. I don't go look things up. I don't find out because I don't want to know because certain things in society will make you treat somebody different if you knew, right? So I would just rather not know, so I treat everybody equally at the time. So I try to attack everything by that way, but I know what you mean about a short fuse because there's times I have to walk away. Like I'll tap.
Well,
I'm kind of glad that you brought that up because I've had multiple people ask me, like, what is your Zen place or your like go-to place where you feel most calm? And to me, it's a fucking bowling alley.
100% loud.
Yep.
I can listen to
but I'm just like
all day long.
yeah, exactly. And that's what I use it for. It's very cathartic. And I tell a lot of people that, people that are just getting into it and things like that. I tell them the same thing. I said, look, if you have anything in your life that stresses you out, as soon as you walk in these doors, it strips off. Even if you're not good at bowling yet, put in the work, you will be, and you'll see the progression. You'll get so excited that that's it. You're hooked. You get somebody in there once or twice, and they see something get better each time. They're like, oh, I got to do this. It's like the first time you hit like a straight drive down the middle of a fairway, and then you never hit another one again. But that first one got you.
I was like, we're seeing that with Squatch. Every
Right,
single
that's what
time
I
he
was
goes into
gonna
the
say.
bowling alley,
Squatch.
he's getting more and more excited because he's getting more and more. He's getting it every time he goes in.
I was watching him the other day, and he had a couple back to back, and you could hear it in his voice, right? You could hear it in his voice. So he's like, "That's it. That's the shit right there."
Watch. Tell us how you feeling, man. Like, how do you feel about your progression in this past month?
I feel like I've come pretty good bit in the past month. I've had a lot of help from Zach. I don't know if y'all know him.
Yeah.
Me and him's been talking a lot, and he's been helping me. He jumps in at pretty much every live. He's sent me his phone number, and we talk back and forth. And I send him a video. He sends me back things to try. And right now, he's just trying to figure. I think he's figured out why my dragon and my judge they don't really hook, and I guess it's because they're open play lanes all the time.
Yeah.
I don't really have any fresh oil.
Yeah, they're burning up. They're burning up the second they hit the lane, man.
Yeah.
In that situation, something like a Crazed Pearl would look phenomenal because it'll skate and store.
It's in the bag.
I've been pumping this. I've been for you guys. I'm anybody that ever asked me anything on my live about, hey, I'm just getting started. What I want to step up my ball game or whatever. The first thing I tell them is, say, yo, go follow my dudes over at Bowlers Helping Board. They all have got swag. They're all throwing those balls. They're fantastically priced, and they are top quality. If you don't want to bust your wallet, man, go fill your bag with those things, because I watch you guys all the time. You made me a believer, but unfortunately, I kind of got to carry my storm with me. I'm one of those creatures of habit. I'm a creature
I'm not
of
gonna lie,
habit.
man. I've been across a lot of brands, 100%. I've been from Hammer to Storm to Roto. I've been across the board for a long time. However, I will say, if you find a brand that fits you, throw it.
Right.
However, I will say that when that brand hits you,
Bless you.
you
know it. It's
right?
there. That's it.
Found
Yeah. 100%. And that's what I tell these new guys that always ask me on my live. I'm like, listen, a lot of people, when they see you, they think you got all the answers, right? You're the answer guy. You're on TikTok. There's people in and out there talking to you and
Right.
stuff. They think you have all the answers. And the first thing I tell somebody, like, I get a few guys on a regular that'll pop in and they'll be like, hey, I just started bowling. What should I change? What should I fix? What should I do that? Or how should I do this and that? And I tell them on a regular, listen, anybody that tells you they can help you without ever watching you throw a ball is full of shit.
Yep.
Don't listen to a single
100.
soul that has never watched you throw a ball. And I said, unless you're going to show me you throwing a ball, I will never give you a tip, because I probably steer you wrong.
I call them keyboard coaches.
100%. And they listen to them sometimes. I thank God I get a hold of a few.
Yeah,
I'll tell you
love
this.
in my life. I can't stand keyboard coaches because
Yeah.
they're the first ones that want to tell you something, and then when you tell them they're wrong, they want to argue with you. It's like, hold on,
Yeah.
you're in my life.
yeah,
Right.
You came
Right.
to watch me, so
Right.
you can go. And
Yeah.
I gladly dismiss them. Like,
Ejecto Cito, cuz.
you know, it's like, yeah, you can deuces, you can peace out because
kick rocks,
they're always
kick
the ones
rocks,
that they want-
100%.
They want to criticize you. It's bowlers in general. We all think we're experts. We all do.
I mean, look, at the end of the day, look,
I'm an expert in my
respect
game.
Somebody that wants to give some some concept. However, when you see what they're saying and you realize what they're
You
saying,
already know they're full of it. Yeah.
yeah, and you're like, okay, you have no idea what the fuck you're talking about.
Oh yeah.
Okay, bye.
I went back and
oh.
forth with a guy this past Monday for a little while, and I
that's-
just to do it though. Just it was fun.
And that's why I switched my background to this because this avatar got somebody kicked last week.
Yeah, I've dealt with people that talk about random things, and I remember one time a guy told me something about we were talking. He said something about a hybrid core, and my face is like,
What?
yeah, that. It's like, what's a hybrid core? I've never, huh? And I was like,
What?
oh. I was like, do you mean cover? He said no core. I'm like, oh, so
Core.
you're serious?
Oh, okay.
I'm
Yeah,
like, "This is a hybrid
wait,
core,
that's a
please."
thing. Hold on, let me write this down. I
Yeah,
gotta
I'm like,
find
I was shocked. So like, was this a hybrid core? But I don't. The dude, come to find out, really didn't know what he was talking about. He was just trying to be impressive.
the hell you say.
I tell everybody, I'm not the best bowler. I'm not one. I'm not gonna go out here and brag. But at the same time,
he
you
did
don't
not
have
go
to-
on to ChatGPT before he
Yeah,
put that.
you don't have
Dude,
to.
I had a guy last week tell me he throws an 18-pound ball.
Oh, you do? Huh?
What? Oh my god, dude.
I swear to God, he was in my life.
Oh
He
my
told me he
God.
throws an 18-pound ball. I
I
said, well,
average 280 every game.
yeah, I
don't know
told him, I said,
I don't know what your
you're-
problem is.
I said, so you're either 7.5 to 8 feet tall and weigh about 600 pounds, or you're full of shit. Which one is it? I said, so what are we working with here? And he disappeared out of my life real quick.
I would have asked him, hey, where did you get that 18-pound ball from? Put it in the chat. No,
I tried to humor him when he started talking to me and stuff. I was like, man, he started saying a lot. He's trying to criticize some of my guys on my team and things like that. And we take it with a grain of salt, right? It's like you say, it's keyboard warriors. It's people that aren't, we can't see, touch, or feel, and see what they're talking about. You want to show me? Fucking send me a video. Put up or shut up.
I feel like all right. So I don't have a lot of that going on necessarily in anything that I'm posting per se. But I definitely know of people that have people that are kind of
Just
making
trolling.
comments
Yeah.
just to kind of have that trigger
Listen
warning.
to response.
Yeah, to
Clickbait.
get you riled up. Yeah,
Right.
100%.
they rage bait
Truth be
you.
known.
Yeah, I get what you're
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah, and I just
Yeah.
kept telling him. I said, "Man, you're so awesome. I want to be like you when I grow up." I said, "Can you do me a favor? Send me a video, buddy. I need to learn from you, bro." And he
Right.
started saying some other things, and then, like I said, I got him to disappear. Finally, just messing with him. But
How much
My
clickbait do you guys do?
I don't
favorite
do
line
any
is-
if I can help it. I don't do
In my
any at
lives,
all.
I don't see it a lot.
I'm absolutely zero.
Yeah,
like-
I don't.
In my practice sessions, if I go live during practice, that's where I get the clickbait. And they try, and it's like, I'm not gonna admire you with it. I'm just gonna kick you out my life because I don't have time for it.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh,
Well,
that-
what I'm saying is, like, how much clickbaiting do you do, like, when you're posts?
What do you mean?
I don't do any.
I
don't
I'm
do
zero.
any.
I got 3 things. Hold up. First off, disclaimer: if you come asking me about bowling balls, you're going to be broke. I'll straight up tell you that. Second, I do rage bait the algorithm. That's it.
Oh, I see what
Okay,
you're saying.
yeah,
Because
that's different though.
yeah,
That
because
is
I'm not going
different.
after a human.
No,
I forgot the third, so go ahead.
He said, "I got 3 things." Oh wait, only 2.
I got 3 things.
He's like 1, 2, and C.
And
That's 3
Yeah,
things.
I forgot the third. I got ADHD, bro, and if I can't get it out, I'll move on quicker. So
Oh, they finally got me with that shit last week too. Like, there was like a 10-minute stretch where I wanted to say something and nobody gave me an opening, and I finally just lost it when I finally got a chance.
It was like,
I try to let everybody talk, and I'm just like, yeah, okay, but hey, I'm here. Hey, pick me, choose me.
it happens.
I went full-blown Sheldon Cooper in Big Bang Theory when they did it to him. I went and did my entire monologue in like 30 seconds, and I'm like, okay, now I'm done.
Oh,
Yeah,
the
and
other
I'm
thing was
spent.
the third thing was I don't record bowling anymore because of the weirdos in the house that we bowl at. So
That makes sense. How many have you guys ever run into opposing teams that, like, somebody will ask you when you set your stuff up and be like, "Hey, you can't film me or whatever," and I'm just like, a lot of times I'll do the best I can to keep the peace, but lately I've just been like, "Hey, you know what? You're in public, bro. I'm sorry, man. I got people waiting on me."
Try me on that.
start
And I told
start
him,
wearing your body cam.
Yeah,
I told
well,
him
I
straight
have.
to his face, as long as I don't use it for monetary gain, I can record
Mhm.
what I want to record. You just happen to be here. I'm not recording you.
Mhm.
I'm
Right.
recording
No, yeah,
myself.
absolutely.
It's like you just happen to be my opponent. I don't really care whether you're here or in my video or not. Well, you
Right.
can't record me. Well, then just don't look at the camera. But
Well, go look at the law because you can be in public. The only time you can't in a such establishment like a bowling alley is if it is primarily posted at the door when you walk in. No filming.
yeah,
If it
honestly,
doesn't, you're
look,
anything anywhere the public has access to, you may record. Just
yeah,
FYI.
yeah,
and I knew that. I knew that because my dad is also he's a police officer too. But I wasn't even worried about that. As I knew the law, but it was more the camera had been up there for a whole game and a half.
Bowling like
dude
what are
threw-
they?
It's a stationary object,
like
right?
shit.
He threw 4
It's
gutters in a row.
stationary.
All of a sudden, the camera's a problem. I'm like,
Yeah,
bro,
yeah.
It's like the
It's-
camera's been there for the whole first game. What are you talking about?
Dude,
like,
and look,
how do
we
you
all
not
we all
see
have
them?
a phone, right?
Yeah,
We
we
all-
all have a phone. But the
Yeah.
crazy part is he came up to
Dude.
me and asked me a question about my live.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
first
I-
game.
I
And all of a
had
sudden, well, you
I
can't
had
record me. I'm like,
I
you
had
didn't
2
even
people
ask me
come up to
questions.
me
What? But people are
this
stupid.
past week. Yeah, bro, and I'm like, dude, what does it matter? You're not even on my camera.
Right.
And what I told him was, this is the closest you're going to get to a PBA event in your life, so just be happy.
I'm like, I'm not
Usually, I
posting
just-
you.
Usually,
I'm like,
I just tell them, hey,
I'm
look,
posting me.
I'm recording
I'm
it.
posting me.
Yeah, I'm like, hey, I'm recording it, but I literally condense and cut everything to where it's only showing my shots.
Yeah,
You will
I
never be shown.
like absolutely. I crop everything so that it's just me. I'm
Right.
not cropping it and I'm showing more than just me.
The only time I put other people
Absolutely.
in my videos is if they ask me to. Or if
Right.
it's like
Yeah.
a split pickup that was like
Yep.
weird or really like just clutch. That's the only time I post anybody else. Otherwise, it's just me. And
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
make
Honestly,
sure it's just me in the video.
I got a clip today in practice of a guy that I bowl with, and he's I want to say 79 or 80 years old that I practice with every
Dang, good
every
for him.
Saturday. And he clipped the 10 pin, and I mean it went and did not fall. I mean, I was like, "Oh, bro." I'm like, I have to post that, right? And he's like, "Yeah, you can."
You should have recorded that face too, because that would go perfectly. I would have felt.
Oh
the
yeah,
same
no,
way.
I got it. I definitely got it. But I'm like, dude, like, I still like talk to the people that when I'm recording, I'm making sure that people know that I'm recording, not just for myself, but I'm not. Number one, I'm not trying to have kids in my shots. I'm
Right.
making sure that the people that are in my shots are comfortable. But I also let them know that when I'm doing my recordings, that I'm going to edit shit down, that it's not going to be including personally them. So I don't want them to feel uncomfortable by bowling next to me. However, a lot of the people that I'm bowling next to, they're comfortable with me because we're already in leagues and they know who I am. So I don't really have that problem per se. But it is something that I would like to tell people that are doing content that you definitely need to address certain people, because you will get some flashback from some people that are like, why are you recording me?
A lot of it's the older generation that are running around. Some of
Yeah.
those older guys that don't understand how things work and how it is. In the live, of course, the live is the live. It's not a recorded thing, so it's going out there right away. I've seen a lot lately where guys are actually asking me, hey, how do I send my wife to that? She always wants to watch, but she doesn't want to drive down here with me. Things like that. And we had an issue a couple weeks ago. Guy didn't want me to film, and I talked to him and I said, listen, if it means that much to you, I'll cover the camera with my thumb while you're up, and I'll pull it off while you're down. I said, but I have a lot of people that we talk to, they're in and out. I said it's kind of a community rather than just me filming a bunch of stuff for random purposes. And I talked him down a little bit, and thank God I did, because his buddy shot a 300, his first ever. And the first thing he did was turn around and go, please tell me you got that. And I'm like, 100%, buddy, I got you. And then I brought it home, and my son, he still lives at home. He's older. He the one with cerebral palsy I was talking about earlier. He's a bit of a computer genius. God took one thing but gave him something else, right? He gave him a mind that me and his mother just flat don't have. We're both cops. But I told my wife, so what, UPS man, something? What's going on here? Because he's incredible. He's working on his master's right now for computer sciences, and he's a head of cybersecurity for a company down the street from us in Melbourne. And he works from his bedroom and makes quadruple what me and my wife do.
I was saying that's good money right there.
And so I bring stuff to him, and he did a really cool video for him for his 300, and I took it with me the next week and put it on a flash drive and let him take it, and he was just so thankful. And the other guy goes, "I'm really glad you talked me into letting you film. I'm really glad because that would have been a bummer for him to miss that."
Right.
So
I do.
yeah.
That's the good thing about recording, because I've sent about maybe 3 or 4 videos of people shooting 300s because I was recording, and it just happened to be close by, and it's like, hey,
these guys are actually bowling against us,
and it's like, hey, yeah, I got it. He's like, could you send it to me? No problem. Mm-hmm. No, that's one thing I do like about it is if you are close enough to catch somebody doing something monumental like that, especially the first 300, because I've gotten 2 people that I've sent first 300s to, and they're like so thankful. One guy, he was in the service and he was about to be deployed, and he shot it like a couple days before he was about to leave.
Oh, fantastic! Like, you got it.
Get it to me by
I'm gonna throw this out
Friday,
there.
because I leave Friday. I said, look, give me your email and I'll send it to you. And I got it to him the very next day, and he was just like so thankful. And it's like,
yeah, that's fantastic.
Why I like recording, because you catch certain things like that, and something like that you can't get that back. Like, I didn't record, and nobody recorded my first 300, and I wish I can go back and look at it.
Yeah, me too, right? Yeah, but that was so long ago.
Good.
All right, Elizabeth. And one other thing that I'm gonna tag off that. I know that anybody that has not had a 300, and I know that they don't understand this, but do not go up to somebody when they're on a streak and ask.
Oh my God!
Hey, have you ever bowled a 300?
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't shh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't even put it in the chat. You see
Yeah.
it, that's it. Just acknowledge it.
Don't even say it.
nothing.
I'm the same way. A little superstitious, right?
No, like just let it go. Let it go.
You want to bowl your first? You want to bowl your first one? Just come bowl against my squad. I promise you, you'll get one. That dude had a
I'm
176
like, bro,
average.
like
Oh
no.
Jesus!
That must have made him mad.
And the worst part is, I've
We were giving that
had,
team
like,
125 pins.
I've had seasoned veterans ask me this in mid game. Ask me like, "Oh, how many have you got?" And I'm like, "Dude, shut up! Like, stop!
Mm-hmm.
Why? Why did you just do that?
Right.
Why?
It's like the NFL announcer, you know. He's made every kick from inside of 35 yards. He has never missed. Wing off the run. Get the
Hey,
fuck out of
why-
here.
I'm a Chargers fan. Why you got to bring that up?
Ouch, you're a Chargers fan? That hurts, brother. I'm a Bronco fan till I die.
Bro, I'm
Yes,
I'm
that
from
was
Cleveland,
and that
so
happened to Cameron
shut
Dicker.
the hell up.
Thank you.
I know. Hey, and Dicker was my kicker in my fantasy team. I actually picked him up. But, yeah, because I saw, you know, they were going to probably have to kick more field goals than anything this year. But I figured. My nephew actually has season tickets to Charger games. He lives out there in Long Beach.
Bro, how much is that nowadays?
I don't even want to know what season tickets run. I used to fly to all the Denver games.
It
and I'm
can't
here
be
to tell
cheap
you,
by any means.
just to see Denver and Jacksonville go around was $500 a ticket
Dude,
for us.
God.
dude, Jesus, criminy.
No, they've gone astronomically through the roof. It's nuts. I don't even want to know what my nephew's paying for those season tickets.
I
Because it
know
also
the last
included, like,
the last
half
NFL
price
ticket that I
Rams.
paid for was like $250.
And that's not horrible. But nowadays it's bad. It's really
Yeah,
bad.
no, that was probably 10 years ago. Maybe no, it absolutely was more than 10 years ago. Probably 15 years ago.
Yeah, it's been a long time. While we got like this many like bowlers from different places on here, how many people in your house does your GM go out there and hustle money for your leagues? Does your GMs do this? So those of you that know me, a lot of people will ask when I say we're on Monday Night Money League. People will ask, and everybody goes, "You gotta be freaking kidding me." So the reason I ask that is because if you're close enough to your GMs and you have that kind of contact with them, man, you might want to send them to school or something. But our GM, our Monday Night League pays astronomical.
Yeah,
It pays out.
I was talking to you about that.
Yeah, it pays astronomical. We pay $30 a night. That's it. But our prize fund every single year runs about $170,000. He hustles sponsorship money specifically for that league.
You absolutely have the highest prize fund that I know of.
I have never heard of. So what they do is it make it even better. So not only do we have this massive prize fund, which what it does is, so we have a long league and it's broken down into 3 12-week blocks, right?
Mm-hmm.
So every 12 weeks, the leaderboard resets.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So for every 12 weeks, we have roughly $46,000 up for grabs every 12 weeks. And so if you can keep your team within the top 10 for all 12 weeks, so last year we all cashed out close to $6,000 apiece, and we never even cracked top 3.
Jesus.
How far
Yeah.
of a drive is it for me?
I wish.
What's that? But again, that's
my
why I
question.
bring
is
that.
How far do I have to drive?
For you, Pickles, it's about 3.5, 4 hours, I think. I'm actually going to be down your way in April. I'm in Melbourne, Florida. Actually, I'm in Vieira, Florida, which is the closest place that anybody really understands is Cape Canaveral.
When
They
is
launch
the
right
league?
in my
When's-
backyard.
Sundays?
Monday nights.
Monday nights? Oh.
Yeah, every time I'm on my live, that's our league. It's our Monday night.
All right,
Monday
well, I'm
nights.
off on Tuesdays, so I can make that happen.
I tell you, man, so there is last time I looked, it was a 4 full-page list of teams. Can't wait for one of our teams to drop out because we are 100% full. We got guys coming all the way from Orlando to bowl this league, and that's almost an hour away.
The money is worth it.
bro.
Yeah, well, and it is
I'm
because
south of
even
that.
let's just
Nah,
say
I will
let's just
still
say
make
you
that
come
trip.
in last place all 312s, you're making your money back plus, right? So
That's what I'm saying.
yeah, like
It's a
you're
no brainer.
no matter what, you're probably coming out. If you're not coming out dead, even you're coming out pretty far ahead. Our team right now is sitting trash. We've been getting our butts handed to us. But we are normally within top 10. We usually crack around anywhere between 7 and 4. Like last year, we took 2 fourth places and a 6th. And
I
again,
think
we
you need a
cashed
pitbull
out
on your team, bro.
Do y'all have
right?
point money in that league, or is it just based off of place?
It's just based off of plays. Yeah, it's just our John. Our fees each week are $30. Our GM, he's a very good friend of mine. We play golf. Right now he hasn't been playing golf. He actually he has cancer, man. He's got cancer that he's fighting. But our GM. So before we roll the last ball of the season in this league, before we roll the last ball, there'll be 100,000 already in the prize fund for next year waiting, and he'll develop the rest over the next few months after that while we're not rolling.
That's
He
called
hustles
love
up
for the
so
sport.
much prize money, and it's all in. It's literally all in advertising and stuff at the bowling alley and things like that. But he's a hustler for us, big time. I've never seen a league ever pay that out, and I lived in Vegas forever, so there ain't no leagues doing that.
That's
But
just
if
a
you can
testament
get,
to him and what
yeah,
he believes in
100%,
and how he
100%.
sees y'all. That's his love. That's what that is.
Yeah, and it's only
We would
for
be
that
lucky to
league.
have that down here in Mississippi. we don't have that.
It's a memorial league for Pete Couture.
Okay.
He bowled out of our house forever, long before I got there. But it's a memorial league for him, and he hustles up so much sponsorship money every year. He literally is working hard. And if more GMs would do that, they could blow their houses up astronomically and things like that. And you see the Boleros of the world running around right now that are doing their best to push us out. They're doing everything they can to do nothing but the niche parties and the group gatherings for work related places and stuff. To see a smaller house like mine, I mean, it's 40 laner, but it's still considered a smaller house. Be able to put that kind of money out, all it takes is a little blood, sweat, and tears, man. And you get every house in the country could do something similar, if not close, anyway.
And I'm kind of glad you said that. Across the board, what is your in the group chat, even with who we have on here, what is your typical like league house? How many lanes do you have?
So I'll go first. In Mississippi, we don't have many houses over 24. I think the largest is in South Haven, which is Strike Zone. I think that one's 40 lanes. It's like 20 minutes south of Memphis. But every other house in Mississippi that I've seen is 24 lanes.
Wow, Brittany, 16. That's small lane. That's small house.
16
average around here. Now, if you go to New Orleans, Kenner, there's a 60 lane house there. And I think in Baton Rouge as well, about 2 hours from us. But Mississippi, the state alone, I haven't seen one bigger than 24, except for Strike Zone.
Yeah, ours is roughly 32.
Squatch?
The one I go to all the time, my home alley's 50.
You say 50?
50?
Yeah.
That's decent.
Yeah.
50.
You ain't getting a lane on a Thursday night in there. It's packed out for league.
All right. All right. Another great question. In your alleys, do you guys have leagues basically Monday through Friday across the board? So there's no open bowling?
Where I'm at, I bowl on base, so there's only 3 leagues. The house I used to bowl at, they have leagues Monday through Thursday, but Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is all is all either there's a youth league on Saturday or Sunday, but it's open bowling those 3 days. And then the other house that's close to us, they're only like Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And then again, if you go to our state's neighbors, it's kind of the same way. I mean, besides Florida in the South, bowling is not really a big thing.
All right.
Florida. When I lived in Florida, that was like the best bowling scene I've had since living in New Orleans. But if you go to Alabama, Mississippi, Georgia, unless you're living in like Atlanta area, it's not really a big thing. There's a lot of bowlers, but it's nothing compared to like Florida or Texas in the South, or if you go further up north to like Indiana, New York, DMV area, where they take it much more seriously. In my state, it's not considered a really big thing. It's just a pastime.
Yeah, I know. Like here in South Florida, our leagues are basically Sunday through Friday, all leagues, from 5 p.m. to 9:30 per se, and then they have open bowling afterwards. But that is kind of like their core. I mean, that's where I don't want to say that's where they make 100% of their money, but it's 100% of guaranteed money, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So, is it something that leagues need to change? And this is an honest question, because I've been hearing kind of like talks between certain people about like how they should be running leagues and how they shouldn't be running leagues. Is there something that you think that should change with league rep, with how much they're doing and how much they're paying out?
I guess it depends on the area.
Yeah, I mean, it all
There's a lot
comes
of
down
variables
to,
there.
yeah, it all comes down to everything else. It's like anything else. What will the market bear, right?
Mhm.
I mean, we have full leagues. So why are you trying to dip the crayon in the pen, right?
Mhm.
Right.
Why are
See,
you
and
trying to change something?
we're the same way. We're Monday through Friday, pretty much through Saturday. I take that back, and then I don't think there's any on Sunday, but Saturday there's the junior league, and they don't take up the entire house, right? So that's the other thing, right? How much of the house is your league's taking up?
We're a 20 lane house, and we take up the entire
Well, on a
house.
20 lane house, you would. I mean, so you got to take a house like ours is 40. We saw some that said they had 60, 50. So certain leagues aren't going to generate as many bowlers per se, right? Depending on what the league is. Are you running a scratch league? Are you running a mixed doubles league? Those types of things make a difference, because that restricts how many bowlers you actually have in house, right? So you can use the rest of your house. Grab yourself a two pairs for breakdown, of
Yeah, I
course,
mean,
and
the
then
thing
the rest
is,
of your
like,
house could be open.
our league is absolutely. I mean, yes, it's a handicap league, but we are a full league, 20 lanes across every week. So it's not a problem of not filling the house. It's more of a,
Well, I think,
like, how,
but we were talking about a balance, right? We were talking about where do you draw the line? Where do you stop league
right.
play and say, okay, we got to have open bowling because that's where our margin's better, right?
Well,
The lineage is better, depending on what kind of deals they're running.
right. But they also just had and ironically, this came up this past week. I saw a coupon in the value pack for my house, and I'm like, wow, they're in value pack. I'm like, do you know how much money it costs to get into a value pack coupon?
Right.
I'm like, I know the owner of the company, you know. I'm like, that's kind of crazy. And when I go into practice on last Saturday, and I was like, hey, I saw the coupon in the value pack, and they're like, what? I'm like, yeah, it's not a coupon. It's a QR code, right? And they're like, what? And I'm like, yeah, like it's a QR code. So it's basically a Groupon, right? And they're like, what? And I'm like, yeah, it's a Groupon. And they're like, how do we even like do this? I'm like, they offer basically $40 worth of bowling plus shoes. And he's like, I don't even know what that means.
Right.
We don't even know how to even like transfer.
How to
this.
attack that right at the register? How do you even attack that? Right.
And he's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, I'm letting you know what I saw. And then they started looking into it while I was at practice.
Like, we don't even have that technology in here.
Yeah, exactly. And he's like, what is going on? And I'm like, dude, I'm letting you know. I'm just trying to give you a little heads up because honestly, the only reason I opened my value pack is because I love Jets Pizza. And Jets Pizza always has a coupon in there.
So you got
that's
the house, and the house people didn't even know that was in there or even available things. So basically, they're walking around and they're going, okay, there's a digital situation. Let me throw it in this analog hole real fast and see what happens.
Yeah. So they were like, dude, I had no idea this was even up, and I'm like, exactly.
Wow.
I'm like, I'm glad that I mentioned it, you know, but yeah. It's crazy how quickly things can spiral. And honestly, I don't even know, like, I'm sure that it had to do with somebody in the advertising aspect.
Yeah.
But they didn't communicate with other people. But
our bowling alley just got bought out by a arcade company. And
Fun centers.
It's similar, but it's a private. It's not one of those national brands, right? It's one that the guy that bought the place has 2 or 3 arcades. The first thing he did was he did a lot of great upgrades, right? He upgraded a whole lot of stuff. And now everybody's clamoring for, hey, let's get the decks redone. The usual stuff bowlers want, right? Let's get the decks redone. Okay, that's great. You bought a, $18,000 400-inch TV for the bar, but hey, can we get some approaches, please? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and they did actually do that too. That TV is massive in the bar. It takes up 2 walls.
That's insane.
Yeah, well, they're trying to cater to the younger arcade style crowd, right? The newer arcade style stuff, and trying to generate more business in the bar because, of course, liquor's a huge markup, so it's good for them.
I was to say that's where the margins are.
Yeah, that and pizza, right? Yeah.
I was just about to ask, your local centers. Are your local centers more geared towards fun centers, or are they bowling alleys?
I mean, even my Bolero, the arcade is way, way separate. Like it's in the other side of the entire building.
The fact that you said arcade says so much to me.
But like I said, the arcade is right by the front door. And then you pass the arcade and you go into the bowling center. So it's both, but they are distinctly separate.
Yes, if you'd asked me that question 6 months ago, I'd say no, it's not. But with the new ownership and the way they did things, and they knocked out several walls to create a extra large game center, it's kind of
falling
in
more
the middle there.
Yeah,
it's starting to, but they're still. Fortunately for us, they left the GM in place, who, like I said, is my buddy. and he's for the bowlers, and so he's doing all necessary to keep that balance where we're
That's
not having
good.
droves, we're not having droves leave the house. We're not having leagues dropping left and right because of the issues or anything like that. He's doing an extremely good job at keeping those two entities completely separate.
Yeah, that's good.
Our house is down here. This Cypress Lane is the house I used to bowl at. Their fun center. It was just a bowling alley with a decent sized arcade, but then the owner bought the jump park that was right next door to it, opened it up into the bowling alley. So now the bowling alley and the arcade and the jumping park is all connected, but you have to walk through the front doors, which there's the arcade and the fun park to your left, and then there's a nice bar to the right with a daiquiri shop in it, and then you go straight to the bowling alley. So that is the only bowling alley within the next 100 miles that's set up like that. The other ones in my area that I can go to are all regular bowling alleys, just with like maybe a small arcade. On the base, there is no arcade. It's just a bowling alley and a bar. But on the base, they don't have to worry about so many of those things because it's government funded. So they don't have to worry about who's going to be on base because it's already a select few people that can get on base anyway.
Right.
But they have a much better, to me, on the base, we have much better oil machines, much better care of the lanes because there's somebody that actually cares.
Yeah.
Right.
That wants us to have a decent shot. Our lineage is better than everywhere else. Our prize fund is better than everywhere else. I mean, last year, we're not walking away with $6,000, but for the coast, my team came in, I think, 8th place, and we walked away with about $650 a piece for 8th.
See, that's not bad at all.
That's
dude,
so $650 for 8th.
Yeah,
bro.
But that's probably
it wasn't that bad,
and that's probably due to the fact that your lineage is low.
Yeah, it's very, very low. We're paying like $25 a week.
How many teams?
To go up, huh?
How many teams?
Last year we had 12. This year we have 16 with the same lineage.
Yeah, that's not bad, man. That's
that's
good.
good.
That's still good.
And still growth too. So
that's good, man.
The league used to fill the house. We used to take all 24 lanes, but when COVID happened, the base got shut down and less access to everybody. So last year they opened it back up to everybody to come back on. So it's grown 14. So by next year we'll probably be at 20 or 24 teams and fill the house. But what we're looking at is the lineage because we get a much better prize fund than everybody else, and the lineage is cheaper, and we get a better shot. And I think we recently just got a new GM, which I don't think he's going to be advertising like Darkwing's GM does, but he does believe in making bowlers better, and he changed the shot. So now it's not as easy as it once was. We have a few people in our league that averages 240 every week. I'm not sure if you know who Nick Contreras is, but he's like one of the top bowlers in Mississippi. He's been to the Nightmare Doubles a couple times, but dude is an awesome bowler. But literally first 4 or 5 weeks was averaging 270 or something like that, and his blind score was 250. So it's like, how do you beat something like that when you're coming up as a team and like this dude is 250 just not being here? Right now his average has dropped, and then with his new GM that came in, I think he's seen that and it's like, okay, it shouldn't be that easy. He's an ex-PBA bowler. I don't know what his name is, but he's ex-PBA, and he's like, you should have to be challenged in some type of way. So the last weeks before we went out for the renovation, he changed the shot. And I got to say, I like shots that are harder. I thrive better on it. So I don't see anything wrong, but he definitely had a lot of people on the 16 teams complaining. No, some people were like, and I thought this other house was bad. This is horrible. I'm like, only because your ball's not hooking? No.
Bro, and I actually had a conversation with a couple guys in my league house today. And I've told them, I'm like, look, yes, I am a guy that is a huge left to right guy. I'm technically on top of the ball return on out shots. However, when I get into sports shots and I get into states and nationals and any type of regional play, I know that I can't play that, right? You have to adjust. You have to know what you're throwing on. You need to realize that you're not going to be throwing on a house shot.
Mm-hmm.
And every house has a different house shot.
Yeah.
I don't care if I go from one house center to another house center. The house shot is going to be different.
Yeah.
My average is going to jump probably up in certain areas when I go to other houses.
Mm-hmm.
However, if you do not adjust and you think that you're going to play your normal shot from where you normally play,
Yeah, you can't.
it's not going to happen.
No, it's and
Yeah, you
I do
need to
understand
learn
that.
how to adjust to that shot.
Mhm.
Your first like 3 throws are going to tell you everything you need to know.
Oh, yeah,
If-
most definitely.
Yeah,
And-
if they're either cutting left or they're not getting back to the pocket, you should know what to do.
Yeah, but the piggyback off of that, a lot of people don't. A lot
Right,
of people,
Oh, shit.
or it's not. Let's not say don't, won't.
right.
They
No,
won't.
they want to force the shot.
They want to force it, but they
Right.
won't move right. And the shot is easy.
Exactly.
Like my teammate Matt told me, he's like, they changed the shot. He changed the shot. I'm like, okay, well,
No, it's no.
you can't
no.
tell me. I have to see it. So once I saw it, it was like, okay, made my adjustment, and then each game got better. And I still ended up shooting 671 on a shot that I've never bowled on. So I'm like, if
Right.
this is going to be the shot from here on out, just expect me to shoot
It-
a lot of numbers because now I know where it's at. And if I could stay right, I tell anybody, I could hang with anybody if I can stay right. And
Dude,
that's what that shot gives me.
everything that I will die on the grave of telling anybody that it is about adjustment.
Mm-hmm.
If you
That's all
think that
bowling
you're
is.
going to force a shot, you will die on that grave.
Oh, yeah.
You need to adjust. It's not that you can make it happen. You need to adjust. Period. Dot.
Definition of insanity.
It's funny that you say that because
I love that, dude. I use that so many times.
me and my partner in crime, Geek, we talk about it a lot about house shots. And like, I'm a firm believer in that house shots should be, like you say, standardized. It shouldn't
but
be.
It's not.
It shouldn't be just everybody has their own shot. Because if it's a certified league, just like you have certified houses, they have to go through testing and all this stuff to become a certified house, to have a certified league. If that league is certified in that house, then everything you shoot in that house, counts towards your record.
Right.
Right.
The
Well,
only
it counts all
problem
your
is-
honor scores and stuff.
Yeah, towards your honor scores. But the only thing that's not certifiable is the shot. Why?
Well, what
the
else
question
is
is
certifiable?
why did I do it? Is why not? Why do the
The only
pros
thing
have?
that else is not certifiable is the oil machine, right?
The oil machine. Yep, 100%.
When the oil machine goes down on lane 1 and 2,
Mhm.
is that primed? No. It's slowly getting going, right?
Mhm.
So lane 1 and 2 is going to be kind of like a weaker end. 3 and 4, a little bit better. 4 and 5, more consistent. 5, 6, consistent. 7, 8, consistent. You know what I'm saying? So
True, but
what-
if they could put all this technology and thought process into certifying street bowling, then
Right.
they can put this technology and thought process and money behind making oil machines more efficient. They could.
I wish that everything was like absolutely like 100%.
Well, then you also have all the other variables. Weather, is your
Oh, yeah.
lanes in front of are you in front of the damn doors that open every 2 seconds because somebody walks in?
Oh my
all right.
God.
Are
So
the ACs
that was
cranking
gonna
up?
be my next. Yeah.
Are the ACs cranking up? For us, it's humidity.
So-
All those things. You could have a great house shot and lay it out the same every freaking week, but those lanes are still going to be different.
That's exactly what I was going to say. So like my league house, lanes 1 and 2, they're 1 and 2 lanes. Number 1, I am kicking the wall, literally kicking the wall. The AC vents are all on 1 and 2, so the approaches are very, very sticky. I'm in a 12 slide, and I'm still sticking. 12 slide, yes, 12.
That humidity we get.
So I'm still sticking, and the lanes dry out like super tight. You know what I mean? And I'm like, okay, well, yeah, it could be the oil machine, but it's not necessarily the oil machine. It's how quickly everything gets pulled across to that approach, because everything is coming from that AC unit. Everything is getting pulled back into that AC. So there is definitely fundamentals across the platform of how do we adjust, not just to the lane conditions, but to what we incur in the fundamentals of just bowling in different atmospheres, right? I mean, like, I'm in Florida humidity, which is stupid.
I mean, I'm key to humidity. I mean, I said I live in Mississippi.
Right.
I've lived in Florida, and the humidity between Mississippi and Florida, yeah, there's humidity in Mississippi and there's humidity in Florida. It's way more humid over here. And I definitely from living in both places. I've experienced both.
And then I can say right now, when I got here, everyone's like,
no, I can tell you right now, I average better in Florida than I have in Mississippi. And that's being straight up honest. My average was 225 plus living in Florida. My average was 225 plus living in New Orleans. I come to Mississippi, I have a hard time breaking 210. And I've been here for 10 years. So there is definitely a thing of fundamentals that you're talking about there. But is it the lane fundamentals? Is it the PSOs? Is it different things? No. Well, what I'm talking about is having a certified shot. I can go from here and I can go to Boardwalk Bowl right now, and I guarantee you I'll shoot out of 4 games, I'll average over 220. I know that.
Honestly, it can even fall back into the actual pins. Like, what pins are you throwing on?
Oh, that's true too, but that still also doesn't account for the shot. I'm not talking about the pins. I'm talking about
but I'm saying there's
equal
so
shot
many,
for every league.
Right.
Like, for example, what was the purpose of the red, white, and blue patterns? What was the purpose? Do you remember those?
Yeah, I do.
Yes, they just kind of disappeared, right?
Right.
But there are actual house shot patterns that were made to be used in houses, and I do understand. Don't act like I don't want to make it seem like I don't understand. Every house is going to be different.
Right. Yeah.
I think with
you can't put one shot in one house and think it's going to play the same in a different house. Adjustment is part of the game. That is a given, and you can't say though a lot of people are not used to adjusting because these averages are higher nowadays. There's more 300s being shot. There's more 800s being shot. Why? Because the ball is doing the work for you.
Well, I was going to say that's why. 100%.
I mean, I have another guy named Justin Veach. He's won an Eagle of going to the national championship. This dude averages 240 in New Orleans. Easy. And is it because he's that good, or is it because that the equipment is there? I've seen a video clip of Pete Weber versus Mike Albee, 10 years apart. Two different technologies.
I've seen that video.
Yeah, you've probably seen it. They both were 4th and 5th place.
Yeah.
And from 1985, 1995, and you look at the ball reaction, and you could tell there is a clear difference. The technology of ball equipment has evolved way faster than lane machines.
Which is why the lane patterns had to adjust.
Because that's why we have so many 300s right now nowadays. I can tell you right now, last week in New Orleans, they had 15 300s thrown in 3 days. 2 800s thrown and 1 9.
That's exactly why they've made lane conditions harder. Because
have they though?
Our house has. I'll just tell you that.
Our house has. Keep up with it.
I mean, our house has, but if you go across the whole country, is it really gotten harder? Because there's still a lot of
what
people
I'm seeing
averaging
though is that I think they're
well
trying
over
to keep
230.
up with it so that they can kind of keep some of those averages down.
I don't think they're
Because-
trying though. Because as you get into, you said it's based on the individual house.
Right,
The
exactly.
house has to put out a shot to make it hard. If they don't want to do that, because the number one thing I hear, and I've talked to people across the nation about this very same thing, is they're worried about people not coming back.
Hmm.
Right.
I was gonna say,
They're
my
going to not
Wednesday
come
night
back
league-
because they don't want to see themselves not striking, which is the whole thing of what I'm saying. If there was a standardized shot where you had no choice but to put this shot out, it doesn't matter where it's at. But this is the shot. This is the ratio. This is you can change the pattern and all that stuff. You got to make the
How do I
shot harder
put
to
this?
make people more accountable.
Yeah,
is
the
what I'm
Wednesday
saying.
night league is actually making the shot easier. They're going from the house shot in Bolero's house shot because nobody in that league except 3 of us like it, and they're going
Mhm.
from that shot to Main Street Volume 2.
How do I put this?
I mean,
don't-
it's
I don't
across
want
the board.
anyone to
He's
feel
using
like
it minute.
butthurt
They're
about
making
this.
it easier.
Yeah.
It's not making
Well,
it harder.
and so high scores are good for the game per se is what they're trying to say. High scores are good for the game. It's just like, it's just like in baseball, right? Every time the only time anybody gets like so crazy hype is when a record's about to be broke, right? Everybody wants to see that. They want that. They want that, right? And if as a bowler, especially somebody who might not be having bowled for a long period of time, coming into the time right now where equipment means everything. Let's be real, right? When equipment can fix some of your imperfections, so they're coming in, and now all of a sudden, this guy, perfect example is the guy I was talking about earlier. He's got a 170 something average. He shot a 300 on us, right? Like it was no big deal.
Mhm.
And again, our house has gone to an extremely hard shot on our Monday nights. They're actually keeping us guessing. They're changing it almost every week. They're like, all right, this time left, if you're on 25, it's going to be a long shot. 26 is going to be, 32 feet.
But in honesty, though,
and-
that's how it should be.
Yeah, so
It
that's what
should
they're doing to
be-
us right now, and that's
I have
because
to
our
figure it
GM
out.
Kevin
Yeah,
was
I
a
mean,
PBA
honestly,
guy.
my house shots changed constantly.
Yeah, and that's what's been happening to us lately too. And not only that, but the weather and everything else. That is what it is, right? Those are the things you can't control. The fact that the house put, big fans hanging off the ceiling behind us, facing down towards the lanes. Plus ACs above us and the humidity we have. And our house has 3 entrances, so like, no matter what end you're on, there's doors constantly opening and closing. So all those things, if you can't adjust in our house, you need to go somewhere because you're not going to shoot well.
hmm And that's the only thing I'm saying is it should be made to where you have to adjust. It shouldn't be throw right, watch the ball come back. It should be some thought process. To me,
So-
that's how I feel. You should have to
So-
think.
I absolutely do. Yeah.
You have to think
And
something.
we-
It shouldn't be I could stand in the same spot, throw the ball, because I could name 20 bowlers right now from my old house in New Orleans that have that same mentality. And then we have
Throw the
I'm not
same
sure if you
spot
heard
all day long, right?
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you heard of TNBA. Are you guys familiar with TNBA? The TNBA.
Yeah, I do.
Okay,
I've
when
heard
they have
of
what's called bragging rights down here in the South between our 6 senates that they have, and a lot of times it's been held in New Orleans. I could tell you on one hand how many times New Orleans have won in their own house. In their own house, they've gotten pretty much their pants ripped off of them, beat down in their own house. And how do you lose in your own house when these people have never bowled here? The shot is that
Right.
easy. But again, if it was difficult across the board, everybody would be in the mindset, I have to figure it out, not, oh, I come here and I stay in this part and I throw it right, oh, I'm strike out and you're losing. It's like, I don't like to lose. And it's like, how do I rep a city that
So-
you're in your house and they're coming and you're getting spanked in your own house? That's like somebody coming and taking your candy from you in your house. It's like,
For sure.
Push
what am I
up.
gonna do?
question-
No, it shouldn't be that easy. And that's only thing I'm saying is, and like me and Geek, like I said, we go back and forth with this. We're on the same page, but it's like it should be made in a way that you have to think in some type of way. And that's why I kind of like our new GM, because he's doing that. No, I didn't. It's not that I'd like the people complaining, but it's like The shot isn't hard. You just don't want to move.
So
You're used to
perfect
throwing.
example is squats right here. We got squats in the chat, right? We got them in the live.
Mhm.
Perfect example of squats. He going out there and practicing on a regular, trying to get his game down. So, he's doing all the work. He's putting in the work to be the guy that can get to that level where I can adjust here, I can adjust there. If I throw a bad ball, I know exactly what the hell I just did wrong.
Right.
I got to fix it on the next shot, right? He's putting in the work. But the question to you I have is, how many people do you think are really doing that? Or do you think that you should have legit different shots for different leagues? In other words, a league that hosts people like us with 200 or above averages, make it harder, right? But do you want those beginning bowlers to be trying to learn and bowl on a hard pattern where it might discourage them, right? We're trying
Well,
to get
see,
more
here's the
into the
thing, though.
field. We're
Here's the
trying to
thing.
get more bowlers
I'm
with
glad
us,
you.
right?
I'm glad you asked me that question because I've witnessed this personally. If the person is learning, and anybody is learning something and they're new to the game, if you put them on a PBA pattern, you don't tell them what it is. You just tell them learn how to do it, learn how to make your strikes.
Yeah, sports
They're going to
shot.
struggle. They are. That's part of
Yeah.
any sport you learn. But the fact that they're bowling on that PBA pattern, what's going to happen as they're learning to bowl? One, they're going to learn to be more accurate. Two, they're going to learn how to read the lanes differently from everybody else. Three, they're going to be able to repeat their shots much better than anybody else. See, we're thinking from an aspect, we know. But a new bowler, they won't know. So if you put them on a
Yeah, they
hard
won't know
shot
nothing.
and just tell them, hey, just bowl. Just
Yeah,
try your
and
best.
you know, it,
Take
that's
them
a
off
great
that
and
shot and
valid
put them in a tournament
point.
on a house shot. I guarantee you they will wipe the floor with every single person in there because they're used to bowling on something harder. And they didn't know it was hard.
Mm.
But the moment you
And
put that tagline, this is harder than what this is, then that mindset creeps in. Oh,
Well,
I
yeah,
gotta try
yeah.
harder.
It
Takes you into a
kind of
different
glad
level.
you said that because
me too, actually.
uh, a
That's
lot
an
of
angle I didn't see.
people think that like when they hear sports shot and they hear, oh, this is gonna be a harder shot.
They panic.
Yeah, it's a panic issue, and it's not a panic issue. It's an adjust issue.
Mhm.
It's knowing that you can't play, like for me, I can't play left. I need to move farther right, and I need to play towards more of the right boards and let the ball do more of the reaction and not try to force a shot. So it's more of people knowing how to react to the pattern that is laid out. It's not that it's super difficult, but it is more of a transition, right? So as long as you know what you're playing on, and you can figure out the transition, that is 100% the key.
Yeah.
If you can read what your
The
ball's doing,
transition is real.
yeah,
It is.
if you can figure out what the ball's doing and you can transition off that ball and you can read it, that is how you're going to be able to compete. End of the day.
To me, this is my opinion. I bowl better on sports shot than I do.
Yeah,
house
I know
shot.
you do.
Mm-hmm.
But it's because you have information in front of you. You come out here and bowl a house shot, and I guarantee you will be humbled quick because every alley has its own different house shot.
Exactly.
The topography, everything changes.
And
all
they
that
got their different.
is in play.
They got.
I
All
love
the
the word
together.
topography.
You can say this, and I don't know if you guys will agree with me or not. If the ones that are good at doing this, and pure point of what I'm saying is there's new college kids. The ones that are bowling college now are bowling youth leagues now where they're bowling on more sport, more challenge patterns, and going out there trying to qualify for junior gold. I have a kid that I know named Moose who I used to coach when he was like yay high. Like he was like 7'8". This kid is a straight dog now. And a lot of these kids that are coming up now in that type of training are better. One, Ethan, was it his name? Ethan Fiore or whatever? Ethan Fiore?
Ethan Foye.
Yeah, him. And then there's a lot more coming behind him.
Yeah, for us it was Christian LaQuarrie. He
Yeah.
represented our house, and he
These
took
kids are getting that type of training, and they're getting better faster. And they can shoot on house, they can shoot on sport. It's quite amazing to see these kids that I used to coach or ones around that age, how good they actually are. And it's like, I take my hat off to them because it's like, I was not that good at that age. These kids are like killing it at that age.
Hey, Squatch, what are you thinking on all this, man? Because honestly, you've been down there listening to all the back and forth and things like that, but you're putting in the freaking work, dude. You're going out there, you're doing everything you can do to improve yourself, and you're putting in the work on those house shots. How would you feel? Would you feel that that's helping you, or would you feel like what Go said? Would you rather have started with no knowledge of anything and just be thrown on a sports shot and learn that?
I think I would. I mean, I've never bowled on anything but a house shot, so if I could have had a chance to bowl on something else, I probably would have, but my whole life has been ups and downs like most people's, you get what you get, but you tell me something's harder, that's probably what I'm going to go for because I like a challenge.
Right. See, most people would, right? Most people that are competitive, they want that challenge. I agree with that. And like you said, I didn't look at it from that angle, and honestly, I probably should have because, so we have a thing at the shooting range, right? I'm an instructor for our academies and things like that. And we have a thing at the shooting range, like I volunteer right away to grab everybody who's never shot a gun before, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because the rest of them fools got bad habits, right? So I grab the ones they never picked up a pistol a day in their life, and I'm like, I train them, I got them. I'll take this group over here. You guys can deal with that mess because it's going to be a nightmare. So I agree with what you said, and I really didn't take it from that angle until you brought that up.
Mm-hmm. And it's all about mindset. I mean, that's what my page stream is about. It's about the mindset of bowling, not just being able to go out there, shoot your shot, adjust. You got to have the mindset to actually do these things. No, you can go out there all you want and think you can compete, but if you ain't got the right mindset, these dudes that's on that level are going to leave you behind and not look back. They're like, why'd you pick up that ball? It's like, I've literally watched so many hours of video and different commentary and just watched their adjustments. And it's like things that they would do, we wouldn't even think of doing at our level because they're just that good. And a lot of them don't even understand half of the stuff about the bowling balls that they throw. They just are good at throwing the shot repeatedly and getting good scores. It's funny. It's the smallest thing, the smallest sign tips them off that, hey, something's about to change.
I appreciate that you said that, man, because honestly, mindset is 1,000% of what controls your game.
Mm-hmm.
If you automatically, say you throw a pocket and you leave a 10 pin, right?
Mm-hmm.
You are automatically, if you're walking back and you're like, pocket shot left the 10 pin, and you're already defeated. Are you going to make that 10 pin?
Some people will. I've done it a couple times where I've talked myself into missing it. It's like, I'm so mad about the shot.
Right, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you're already talking to yourself that, you already defeated yourself because, that was a pocket shot and I left the 10 pin, and you're like, oh, that's bullshit. And then you're already, doubting yourself because you're like, I hit the pocket and I left the 10 pin. You're already defeating yourself.
Yeah.
You need to regroup. And I was even talking to some guys today during practice, and I told one of the guys today, I'm like, dude, move this much back in your approach. This much back in your approach. And he's like, what? I'm like, just move this much back in your approach. He did the next shot, and he was like, what the fuck?
Why didn't you tell me this a long time ago?
You didn't ask.
Because you're my competitor.
Yeah, I'm not going to
Well,
help you
that
if you beat
too.
me.
Yeah, well, and I won't help anybody if they don't ask. I try to not intervene and interject.
Right. Well,
You know,
this
there's
is practice.
times I just
right,
want
right,
to.
exactly.
You're
This
like,
is all
"Oh,
practice. Right. This is all practice today. So, look, I will definitely help people out when I'm in my practice sessions. If I'm in leagues, no. You do you, boo.
Right.
But, I mean, I get that. It is such a mental game. Mental game in bowling, and anyone that thinks mental game is not a part of bowling is absolutely wrong.
I think mental game is a part of any sport, honestly.
No, he's not.
Yeah,
It is.
absolutely, absolutely.
You have
I
to have the
look,
mindset.
I was a sports major.
No, he's not.
In college. Mental game is absolutely everything that has to do with any sport that you do.
Oh yeah.
If you are not mentally there, you can check yourself out. 100%.
And I tell this to my son Mason all the time. He's a LeBron lover, and I know I'm probably gonna make some people mad. No, but I tell them there's a difference between, and I don't even use Michael Jordan. I use between LeBron and Kobe Bryant. And he's like, who? And like Kobe Bryant. Well, he knows who he is.
He's like, who?
But there is no way. Like last year, we're going to go with last year. The Lakers lose. They move to the next round. They lose in 4 games, pretty much 5. They win 1 game. There's no way Kobe or Michael will let that draw out where we win 1 game.
Right.
They're going to fight and take it to the next level. And if we're going to lose, we're going to lose in a game 7. We're not going to get 2 years in a row, 1 game and then out. Like there's a difference in mindset there. Like because LeBron, you could tell by the way he was playing. It was like, I don't care at this point. It's like we're going to lose.
Yeah.
Kobe's not doing that.
Right.
He's going to be
either was MJ.
He's going to take it over. No,
yeah, MJ would be like, have that no, fuck that. Like we're
fighting.
Go time.
Yeah, we're fighting to the end. And even in bowling, it's like
I'm the same way, dude.
Yeah,
honestly,
it's the same way. If we're down, and there's some teams that I've left, I've quit bowling with them because of a mindset where it's like we've beat this team, and
bro,
we're coming back the second time around. They're beating us and they're just laying down. I'm not taking it like that. No, we're going to
honestly like look
come back.
I don't want to be I don't want to be a naysayer by any means, but I'm definitely a person, especially in the bowling aspect. If you do not want to compete, I don't want to be on the team.
Exactly.
Like I am there every day to win.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not trying to I'm not trying to gloat. I'm not trying to make myself sound better than anybody, but I am there to perform. I am there to make myself better every day. Mm-hmm. I don't want to be with people that want to
leave the status quo.
Yeah, exactly. Look, and look,
100%.
I know that, and I get this a lot of times because I'm a part of handicap leagues, and we come up against a lot of teams that we will run into teams that are given 193 sticks before we even start, right? And they're already defeated before we even start. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, bro, we can make that up in 4 frames.
Yeah, there's a reason we don't play this out on paper, man. There's a reason we play the game.
Right. I'm like, dude, we can make this up in 4 frames. Like, just fucking bowl. That's all you got to do. Just bowl. Don't start off with the pity parties. Don't, oh, we're already... If you start off with I'm already defeated before you're even throwing, you're defeated.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I think that's my biggest pet peeve now across the bowling aspect
No.
And I'm not saying like I'm not a fantastic bowler. I'm still in the low one, like I would say like low 200s average right now, but that doesn't mean that I can't compete. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
100%.
you still need to show up.
You
Because
need to join some of my challenges because that's the whole purpose behind it, is getting bowlers who are of lower averages to challenge these higher bowlers. Last season, I had literally 8 what they call handicap bowlers beat scratch bowlers beat them scratch by 50
Yeah.
or more pins, and they were totally shocked that they can do it. It's like it's all in here.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
That's
it's
why I
not-
like my
honestly,
squad.
It is. Dude, the mental game is such. Anyone that walks into a freaking bowling alley and they are automatically like, "Oh, we're defeated because we're giving up this many pins." You defeated yourself because you already gave up.
Mm-hmm.
Like it is such a mental game that you should never think just because you're giving up this many pins that you're already defeated.
I tell my team
That's
every
why I like
time.
my squad. My guys, if you guys are in my live ever, you guys will hear us all the time. That's why I keep that studio mic on the table. We are constantly talking to each other. Hey, what are you seeing that I'm doing that I shouldn't be? Hey, what's the adjustment? What adjustment are you about to make?
Mhm.
What are you seeing
Yeah.
different? We all talk back forth until we work it out, right?
Yeah. No, I
Yeah,
like to tell
dude,
my
and-
teammates it's
it-
just time to walk them down. Just
And
walk
if
them down frame by frame.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and if you have a guy that says, "Hey, man, I feel like it's drying out. I'm gonna make this adjustment." Okay, I'm gonna watch that adjustment. If that worked for you, okay, yeah, I agree with that, right? Like, there's a lot that you can learn off of other people, and honestly, you can still watch other people's, not even people on your own team, but if you watch other people on the lanes and watch their throws and see if they're striking, try to mark that lane.
Mhm.
Try to throw that same shot. Try to get that line. I mean, will it wear down? Yes. However, can you use it to your advantage? Yeah, absolutely.
Mhm.
All right, gentlemen, we're up on that 2-hour mark. My phone's dying, so we're going to have all you back individually because there's still a lot to unpack here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, it was a great time. I really appreciate you guys very much for even asking me. I'm honored. And like
Yeah.
always, man, I'll always be trying to funnel people your direction, man. Everybody, I appreciate you very much.
We have found the
And just an
Sasquatch.
FYI, I was not asleep. When there's a good debate going, I just close my eyes and listen. Thanks.
We heard a couple of snores. We did.
A couple. One or two.
We found a Sasquatch over there. He was very quiet, but we did briefly see
Yeah,
him.
we did find it.
Hey, Squatch, real talk, man. I'm glad to even see you face to face, man. Because I jump in your stuff every time you're on. If I'm, I got that time while I'm even at work, I'll be like, oh, hey, he's Juan. I'll check and see what's up. I'll check in. I say how you doing and shit like that. I like watching all of you guys every time you're on. I try to get in and take a look, but most definitely, just let you know, man. I appreciate just even being able to see you and Go too, man. Me and Go
Yep.
been back and forth for a long time, off and on.
Oh, yeah.
So,
And if any of you guys, like I said, I got my page, I got challenges. If you guys want to get in, I definitely recommend it. Steve, I'm gonna sign you up tonight because it's about that time where I'm about to close it. It'll definitely is something that I think you guys would enjoy. Stream bowling is pretty much where competition meets community, and that's exactly what we stand behind. And I have a team with me that push it to the limit, and is like, hey, we want as many bowlers as we possibly can to do these events and see how much fun they can have virtually with challenging themselves. So Squatch, I'm gonna try to find you if I can and shoot you an invite. And if you're on Facebook,
I friended you. Yeah, I'm on Facebook too.
okay. If you're on Facebook, just look up Stream Bowling. You'll see what I'm talking about. It's not hard to miss. It's very colorful. It's like the end of a rainbow almost, with no pot of gold.
No pot of gold.
Leprechaun, come on, bro.
All right, boys. Well, I'm about to die too because I'm down to like 15%, and you know how quickly my phone dies once it gets that low. So,
All right.
All right. Well, I want to say thank you to everyone, to all our followers, to everyone that's here tonight, and keep our bowling world growing, bro. Let's keep supporting the community, and let's do what we got to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
100%. 100%.
all right, we'll see you.
All right.
Y'all have a
Appreciate
good
it,
night.
everybody. Bowl well.
Love, brother.